Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about how I got offered a pension to quit my job. That's right. I was offered a pension to quit my job. Did I take it? No, I did not. And here's why. So recently I was contacted on my LinkedIn profile, and this is a great resource to keep up with former coworkers that I used to you know, work with. and I like to wish people happy birthday. It's a great way to wish people happy birthday, but I really don't use my LinkedIn too often, if not at all. I don't even have the app on my phone. So that just tells you how much I utilize the space. However, because I have a degree and because I have a lot of managerial experience, I was contacted because as a manager, as a leader, as a teacher, I was offered a job as a teacher. This was for a charter school. And, you know, one thing about me is I will never discredit opportunity, but I am although open to new opportunities, I am mindful of where I am, the position that I'm in, and what I'm looking to do in the future. And so, in order to not deny myself of opportunity, I looked into the job itself as a teacher and looked into what potentially I may do. I don't necessarily look at the payment itself. I look at more of the lifestyle and what exactly I will be doing. Now, in my past, when I was 18 to about 25 years of age, so about 6 years, maybe 7 years, all I worried about was my time when it came to school and work, as well as how much I was getting paid. All I could care about. And then when I graduated college, all I cared about was how much I was getting paid. So it kind of dropped off. One was time, two was how much I was getting paid. Then when I finished college, it was just about the pay. And at one point, I was making 96,000 a year as a manager with bonuses and everything included. Now, this was a scale up progressively year over year over year. I tell you how at 22 years old, I started at Amazon with 50,000 plus bonuses. I was making about 65,000 after taxes. And then from there, it just continued to steamroll and it continued to grow in the restaurant industry and in my professional life. Now, once I've acquired what I believe has made me somewhat content, because I am never content, I then started to shift my focus into something that would be more stable, something that I could allow myself to mentally enjoy life just a little bit more. Because honestly, I don't really believe that I was living, I was just working. And now, even today, I just came back from a boxing gym. I signed up for some classes. I'll be doing that every single week, and I've already paid for the entire month. So that's another hobby of mine that I can now actively engage in on top of music, on top of making these YouTube content, on top of working, and top of doing my real estate investing, on top of everything else. And it's my job that allows me to have that free time in order to do all these little different things. Now, as a teacher, would I be able to do these things? Sure, because you have a set schedule. Will I have additional work to do after work? Sure, but that's almost every job. Outside of this one that I'm in, I don't necessarily take home work. But what I will say is, after teaching, after being around the kids, after doing all these things, I was offered a position. And the kids are great. There's nothing to say about the children, but the pay was a set pay, and I did take a pay cut for the job that I'm currently in. I couldn't imagine taking two pay cuts within the same year to become a teacher and essentially take on more work and more responsibility, with different personalities coming at you, from all over the place. And I did have a big class. It was about 35 kids. Would I have enjoyed it? Absolutely. To teach a subject that I learned for 4 years to a bunch of 13 to 16-year-olds, it would have been absolutely enjoyable, absolutely fun to see their smiles, to see the work that I put in actually pay off in their minds, their study habits, and the things that they do. That would have been great. However, again, I don't focus tremendously on pay, but it was just so much of a drop off to me that I couldn't see myself taking it. On top of that, in order to get the pension, you also have to pay in as a teacher. So this is one thing that I did not know. So currently, because I don't necessarily need the money for my job, I put 14% of my income directly into my Roth IRA. Since the very first day I started, I've actually never seen a full paycheck at my job because I instantly put 14% into my Roth IRA, and that also comes with a 4% match. So essentially, I'm putting 18% into my Roth IRA. On the teaching side, you would have to put, 14% into the pension plan. So essentially, I'm paying into something that if I am not a teacher for the next 10 years, I would never receive any portion of that. However, I'm paying into something that benefits others but doesn't necessarily benefit me. You see, with the Roth IRA, I'm benefiting myself today, right now. And I don't have to worry about nothing else. Whereas teachers are now kind of sponsoring other teachers, which is almost like a pyramid scheme. And I don't see how with more retiring teachers year over year, you're going to have younger teachers able to support them for the rest of their lives. I don't see how that can actually work and actually happen. And I do look at the bigger picture. I look at what I was making as a manager compared to how long it would have taken me to make that as a teacher. And it would have taken roughly about 8 to 10 years, if I'm not mistaken, maybe about 10 years for me to break even. In that type of time frame, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So again, although it's not necessarily about the money, the time was very important as well. And to see that the growth was so stagnant, it was so slow. I can see why a lot of teachers complain about pay, complain about not being paid enough. And if I was offered that fresh out of college, sure, I would have accepted that role. I would have loved that role. And I would have been about 4 to 5 years into that role. Now I'm feeling a little bit better about myself, feeling a little bit better about what I've achieved. And I probably would have still been able to acquire what I've acquired. However, it would have been more exciting because now I'm a seasoned teacher with that experience and everything else. But because I dibbled and dabbled in other things and made a lot of money in other areas, I just can't see myself waiting 10 years for something like that. Now, are there jobs that offer a lot more money a lot sooner? Sure, police officers, firefighters. There's several other things that you can do in order to get a pension. However, that's not necessarily the route that I want to go down. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble. And if you are excited about being a teacher or excited about any jobs with a pension, hit me up in the comment section down below, and I'll make sure to make more videos about that on the pay structures and things of that nature so that you can be well informed and understand what you want to do. And also, as a side note, when it comes to interviewing and things of that nature, I never really ask what the pay is. I allow them to offer me. And so when you're going through that process, it can seem tedious. It can be time consuming, and you never really know what to expect in terms of pay. But when you do finally find out what it is, you can then make a decision, and understand that this is what they value you as. And if that's what I'm valued at, that's perfectly fine. I don't argue about pay or anything like that. I just agree to disagree and we go our separate ways. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.